Bienvenue, welcome, bienvenido, Yukoso. I am Jean-Marcel Duchon, working with Brenda Jackson Sensei. We are delighted to have you join us for this Thanksgiving Jiyuka workshop. Thanksgiving is celebrated the world over, would it be in mid-January, in May, or in mid-autumn. People love festival and enjoy celebrating the harvest. It is a time to give thanks for the abundance we have received and to celebrate with food, drink, and the company of our loved one.
In a recent Facebook post, Japan House in Champaign, Illinois, shared the phrase arigato no kokoro, which translates to a thankful heart, mind, and spirit. They encourage us to develop an ongoing practice of gratitude, to engage regularly in simple activities of gratitude, which will dynamically broaden our minds and our hearts and nurture ourselves with positivity and happiness. Ikebana can definitely be one of these activities in which we express our appreciation and gratitude for the beauty we find around us. In Ikenobo Jiyuka, freestyle, we are encouraged to have a theme for our arrangement. Since we were celebrating Thanksgiving in Canada in October, and this holiday is being celebrated in the US in November, this seems a good time to explore ideas for Thanksgiving and celebratory themed arrangements. The theme can be expressed in the choice of container, materials used, and sometimes in the accessories. In this arrangement, the pumpkin and viburnum, high bush cranberry, evoke the idea of the Thanksgiving season, the harvest and traditional food items. The bare willows, with their sense of movement, were inspired by the trees outside our windows and the windy autumn days we were experiencing at the time. In this arrangement, the earthy nature of the container, fall colors, and pumpkin tree celebrate the season, with a touch of wind and bareness again expressed in the willow. The purple statice adds a contrasting color, giving more life to the arrangement. Note that the statice, mums, and safflower are mixed and at different heights, leading the eye through the arrangement.
In Manabu Noda's book, The Joy of Ikenobo Freestyle, there is no mention of Thanksgiving per se, but there are some arrangements related to the harvest and to food. We have a few examples to show you. The first example is certainly a fall arrangement set in a rustic basket. Noda Sensei writes that the basket is filled to the rim with the berries of greenbrier, which are about to change colors. Sensei also used autumn materials such as mountain ash, Japanese bellflowers, and coxcomb spread on top of the berries. The second arrangement is somewhat whimsical, fanciful, as Ikebana arrangement can be and perhaps should be as often as possible. We have two books mentioning the joy of Ikenobo Ikebana, joy being the key word. Professor Noda writes that the field mustard and the nandina berries are placed on a dish so it looks like a salad of flowers. The Lelia orchid is held by the fork. To Noda Sensei, the arrangement says, "Good morning and have a wonderful day." Here, the hibiscus flowers and the palms are supported by a bowl of lettuce, which make you want to eat the whole arrangement. In the same vein, Lucy Wayudi Sensei from Jakarta, Indonesia, makes this arrangement in a baking pan she has previously used to bake a variety of Indonesian cake, such as pukis and pangkong cake. She has used a variety of flower leaves and berries. The pan cover seems to prevent the arrangement from tipping into the wind. Back to the original theme of Thanksgiving, with all its flavors, colors, and fanciful project. Pumpkin is often part of the celebration as pumpkin pie or as a simple, amusing decoration. Here, inspired by one of our students, I put my cordless drill to work rather than opening the pumpkin as you saw in Brenda's pumpkin arrangement. Each stem has its own hole, often varying in size to accommodate the material. The rose tips of the Alberta wild rose, the carnation, the Ruscus israeli, the craspedia, and the sunflower. The sunflower required a larger hole, which was fine, as it allowed me to fill the cavity with water to help the flower material to survive. The carnation needed to be replaced on a daily basis. The arrangement lasted only a few days, but was much appreciated while it did. I really wanted to make a similar arrangement to this one, as I love the deep colors of the fall material. By the time I was ready to arrange, the frost had come, and the snow. The mountain ash was done for this season. Perhaps you could have more luck in your neck of the woods. I call this arrangement Rose Hips Buds Under Snow. The Alstroemeria and the Spathiphyllum leaves show us there is abundance even under the snow, and perhaps represents my hope that this first snow will go away. The garden season is pretty much over for us. The Strelitzia leaves really set up the snowberries with the pink on green contrast. The Gerbera daisies symbolize happiness as they stand for the celebration of life. It is said that the orange ones stand for the sunshine of life. Don't you like the language of flowers? We certainly can use sunshine at this time of year. Just a side view to show the depth of the arrangement.
A few years ago, we came across this fun arrangement in the Ikenobo magazine. The red and green make it a Christmas celebration arrangement, but with a change of socks, it can be adapted to almost any celebratory occasion. We have used it with Halloween socks, found at the dollar store as well. Note the clever use of a plastic bottle and floral foam. Roll that extra sock to stuff the toes. Here, Jean-Marcel adapts the arrangement more to the current season, with the rose hips hiding in the snow-like baby's breath and wind in the dried pampas grass.
The Thanksgiving dinner table deserves an appropriate centerpiece. This arrangement celebrates the joy of being together. The main character in this arrangement is without any doubt the pink Alstroemeria. Each bloom has been separated from its stem, wired, and inserted individually. We also use Ruscus israeli, foxtail fern, also known as Asparagus Myers, Euphorbia, and mini chrysanthemum. The Alstroemeria, also known as the Peruvian lily, has very strong meaning as it represents, according to the website of Bloom and Wild, devotion and mutual support between family members and friends. It means that we have the ability to help each other through the trials and tribulation of life. It is certainly the right flower in these difficult times. To quote Bloom and Wild again, the meaning behind Alstroemeria is derived from the 6 beautiful petals of the flower. Each petal represents a different characteristic: understanding, humor, patience, empathy, commitment, and respect. Their twisted leaves are also a symbol of bonding, stability, and overcoming difficulties together. A centerpiece should be seen from all positions at the table, hence this side view. It also shows depth. And now, the other side of the table, just for the fun of it. This slide shows the mechanics involved. I use K-cup, having used a glue gun to fill the small hole left by the coffee machine, a Keurig. In any flower arrangement, you need some flower support, which Noda Sensei calls anadome. So instead of a kanzan or floral foam, in this arrangement I use foxtail fern, Asparagus Myers, as anadome. I fill the K-cup with multiple cuts of the foxtail fern to assure a firm support for the flower material.
Our last example is an arrangement using the freestyle curriculum vase. The movement in the lines of the Craspedia felt particularly joyful and celebratory to me, and the lovely purple pinks in the snowberries work well with the Alstroemeria. This presentation assumes at least a basic understanding of Ikenobo Jiyuka principles. We will finish with some suggestions for resources for further study, including the addresses of some YouTube videos that provide a review of basic Jiyuka principles, abstract Jiyuka, and wiring techniques. We hope you enjoy expressing your gratitude through flowers, and leave you with arigato no kokoro, a thankful mind, heart, and spirit.